with all best wishes to Vojdan, who was a factor, not just here in Berlin, also for me winning the title in Donetsk. I knew what I had, as a best personality, as a best also shooter, someone who could also be good in the locker room with the other guys, for the chemistry. He's a great guy, great support. On the other hand, comparing with Renfroe, I think this kind of profile, we need more in this moment. I learned in this job, there is no big sentimentals, about making decisions, who is more in use. I think first of all that eight foreigners having this experience from the first year, is not good, model. So we have to decide or get rid of one, of those. If you count on all possible injuries, the profile of Renfroe is much more better, fit much more better than Vojdan. So another big, the reason is that Renfroe, in all this period from the beginning when he arrived, he was doing an enormous good job, for us, and also in this direction. Decision, to make, was not that hard, deciding for someone who was really a factor of our game. So good that, on the other hand, we have Vojdan with going to the, ACB, one of the better leagues. And I'm happy for him, because there is, the moment, where he get, straight, job in a good in a good, in a good team, in a good league, and I'm wishing all the best, of course.
What are abilities that Alex Renfroe brings to the team that maybe Vojdan wasn't giving you?
The organization, it's a completely different, profile. As I said, even though both more Vojdan is a less defender. What we always need is a team philosophy, and that's why sometimes he has also some limited time in the game because of his defense. Renfroe could do this better, and what I always said, the last year, was a big risk of losing of main creators. He is in one hand also the safety for the point guard position.
Now, what role does Jonathan Tabu play in this situation?
He is in between, he can cover even in this situation. We could say that the most sensitive position is always point guard position. So Jonathan is in between the positions, so 1 and 2, and again in order to have safety if anything happens, even small flu is a problem, so for us I wanted to prevent this, and that this is he's comparing maybe to the other 2 point guards, even more shooting guard, with a great threat from outside. So he needs time, you see that he lost the game rhythm. Now in these days also with the legs, because we were practicing with him, basics, and a lot of condition. So he will come next period.
When do you expect him to be back in full potential?
This is hard to judge, but he needs time, for sure.
And how do you plan to play him the next weeks?
No, with EuroLeague, where there is no limitation, you can always you can always try to integrate him, like, and give him, like, some minutes if this is not hurting the team. Like, there are always a certain risk, like, that he get lost, like, in this transition to come back, like it was in Belgium, honestly. But this is to expect, like, nothing to blame, like, I think, like, the normal process, like, from game to game we see how he developed.